Good afternoon, everybody. Amy and Steve here once again. It is Saturday, June the 22nd. This is my Lakewood X 2022 box fan from the 1960s. The fan has been fully restored. I just finished it up yesterday, and if you had seen the post that I posted in the community post, that I was doing another project. And so here it is, back to its old glory. It took me, it would have taken me at least about 2 or 3 days to get this done. But I just had a lot to do in between days of where I wasn't busy, if that makes sense. But it took me at least about a week and all to get everything done, being caught in between work and whatnot. I'm sorry that I was not able to get everything into the video like I did with my other projects. Internal space on my phone, also not to mention time, kind of hindered me from doing it. But I do have pictures I'm going to be posting on iHeart Fans on Facebook. So if you're interested, go and check that out, and I'll get those put up sometime today. Anyway, the fan is in decent shape now. Definitely better than what it was before. I painted the fan a gloss black, and there has also been some modifications. Both the front and the back guards have also been repainted. I just sanded those down. I sanded those down and removed all the rust and whatnot, and just painted those with a metallic Rust-Oleum. And the blades came out pretty good too. Unfortunately, I was not able to restore those back to the chrome finish that they originally were. But I thought they came out pretty nice. I just sanded those down with a piece of steel sanding paper and polished them up. And they were really corroded and whatnot. They were covered in paint, and they turned out pretty good. Oh yeah, I also put a new set screw in it. Somebody drilled a hole right through the blade mount going straight in through the hub, and I think that is what was causing the vibration, and that really did a number on the bearings on this thing. We're going to get to that here in a minute. Here is a side view of the fan. Thought the paint job came out pretty well. And here is the back of the fan. There's that GEX port motor. This was originally a gray color, and luckily I had something that matched very close to the original. And I just cleaned that up and I painted that over. It looks really good now. And there's the information there, if you can see it. That originally had a tube going into the oil port, but I was still able to put some oil in there. Not much I can say about the inside of it, and not exactly sure what I can do if I was able to save this motor. But I still think that it looks really good nonetheless. Put a new switch on it. I just replaced it with a standard Dayton two-way rotary switch. And there is the handle. I repainted that as well. And as Tori would say, it has the freaking handle. I'm sure that was probably gray at one point too originally. Actually, I think that was the original color to this fan. And it had been repainted several times in the past. I saw that when I was sanding it down. It was originally like a grayish blue color. And I just figured I'd go with black since I thought that was a really good retro color scheme for this. But I think it looks really great. Turned out really good. Put a new cord on it as well. Put some new hardware on it as well. New screws are accounted for it. Luckily, I had the right kind of screws that would fit into the holes. Actually, those were the screws that came in the stash of screws that I got out of that abandoned house that I made a video of a week or two ago. So, yeah. There's the wiring there on the inside if you can see everything. I basically just spliced the no, kind of hard to see in there. Sorry if it's hard to see everything, but I just spliced the wiring to where I could get the new switch in there. Thought that would have looked better than just putting the old one back on. Not exactly sure what I did because not exactly sure if I'm going to be using this thing. And as I started it up yesterday, it put out a really strong burning smell and the motor heated up. Got excessively hot right away, right when I fired it up. I am going to run this, but very briefly. So, this will be a display fan until I can get a new motor for this thing, one thing at a time. So, I cleaned out the motor, cleaned off the stator. The windings are just, I think the insulation has deteriorated on this thing. Wouldn't make much of any difference even if I were to revarnish it. It would just be a waste of my time. So, this thing came from spent most of its life in not such a good environment. So, I'll go ahead and I'll plug this thing in and I'll run it very briefly. Now I'm just going to start this thing up and it'll run for only a few seconds because, like I said, I think this motor's about had it. So here we go. I'll start it up on the high speed. That's how long I could run the fan. I mean, it's already smelling up the entire room, so that's about the best it's going to get right there. But yeah, vibration is not as bad as it was. Blades are pretty well balanced. So until I can find a new motor for this thing is just going to sit in sight until I can find a new motor for it. Anyway, restoration came out pretty good. I'm very happy with it. Looks great now. So, well, I hope that you all have enjoyed this video, my first restoration of the year. Maybe I can get to other fans that I can refurbish this year. And be sure to check this out on iHeartFans. Well, I hope that you all have enjoyed the video and you all enjoy your weekend. Stay cool and stay safe, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.